Welcome to WROL Broadcast. I am Hate Mail, and with me today I have Loot and Kage.
Hey guys.
Hi.
And this is the Meta Report, and we're talking about Reverse Flash, which Kage is very enthusiastic about, if you couldn't tell by his intro high.
Yeah, great. He's great. Love him.
I'm
No,
not. He's
he's
not
kind of
bad.
doo-doo. He's kind of doo-doo.
He's not bad.
Okay, L2. I have him L2 right now. He's kind of doo-doo.
Probably at L2.
Yeah.
He definitely needs most of his kit.
Yeah, so it's early for me to judge, but I've made the mistake of running him with Donna Troy.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you would
don't.
think that the constant buffing, he, gained crazy stacks of awareness and, BOD. But what ends up happening is she
Wait, he
siphons off
overdosed?
his... Yes. Yeah, so what ends up happening is he'll get his speed ups siphoned off, and then he can't ramp and do anything. He can't do his time paradox portal thing. And so don't run him with Donna Troy, at least not at L2. He doesn't stack enough speed ups to do anything special.
He doesn't stack at L5 enough either.
No.
So
Oh, really?
you just avoid Donna Troy with Reverse Flash.
Yeah,
I mean,
they don't mix.
Yeah.
It just makes it so he's not as strong. I mean, you'll get a little bit extra life out of him for sure, but
I actually don't feel like you do, because his awareness, like, he gains awareness at the beginning of his turn, and then it seems like it just all disappears. I don't know. I don't like him.
I
with
don't
Donna Troy.
find his awareness staying. Like it, I don't know. I'm not impressed with that awareness skill.
Yeah, you'd think
I like it,
65%. No, you'd think 65% is a lot, but when you're using him in Siege, he's going to get smoked out real quick.
I actually find him to be one of the more survivable greens. When I'm using a green and I'm not facing a super high, intellect-based team, I find that, if there's the Wonder Girls or something, I feel like he's the safest pick if I have to bring a green. I don't think he's a great character by any means, but I do like especially if you're facing a team and there's no taunter, you can use his, because he's going to go first. You can use his apply 2 speed down. And a lot of times that will kill a physical character if it crits, if they're not real, not a real meaty physical character. And he can get going. He can ignore the shields, and I mean, he's not bad. He's not great, but he's not bad.
His kid's just so outdated. He was the star for another meta.
Yeah, and I'm okay with previous meta characters don't need to be meta characters again. I mean, I think they brought him to about where he should. I mean, I wish they would have done a little more to make him a little more viable to create a new kind of meta. But I'm also okay with previous long-term meta tier characters not really coming back to the forefront full. Like I kind of like CAGA is such a good character, Castaway Green Arrow, but I'm actually not happy that he's back with a vengeance. I mean, at least he's not like the number one OP character, but I saw plenty of him at the beginning.
Harley came back to the forefront too for a while.
Yeah, I mean, glad her day is over, but
Now Hal Jordan's seeing his day again.
Yeah, I mean, Hal never really was like super meta at any point, but he solved a lot of meta problems, so I'm okay with that too.
I mean, he solved the Deathstroke meta for a while.
Yeah.
Ish.
Well, he was like your only hope.
Yeah.
So let's go through his powers. On Reverse Flash, his first ability, Phase Jab. Damage to an enemy, ignore shield, 25% chance to use Speed Mirage. I think this is one of his, keys to his kit. I actually take this one first in my legendary order because being able to use his 3 on his basic, especially because a lot of times you can take so many turns, you can really stack up the turns, which is nice because whenever you're afraid to hit someone like a Barda or Penguin or somebody, you can attack with the basic on someone else and then hope the 3 procs to kill everybody, or if they're invisible.
When he was the meta character from 2 years ago, when you would do his skill 1, that skill 2, it felt like it procs way higher than 25%.
It still does to me.
Mine
Really?
never.
Mine
Swear to
doesn't.
God.
I think this is
Mine
the only
just
ability
never procs.
the only ability on any character that actually does more than I think it should.
For me, it just maybe my RNG for Reverse Flash just is terrible.
I've used him a lot this siege.
I think Hate spread his
So have
RNG
I.
to us.
So next on his legendary order, Speed Mirage. This is his AoE, light damage to all enemies, gives 3 speed up, 70% chance to give 3 speed down to a random enemy. I'm not really high on. I mean, I think it's a cool ability. I like the speed downs. It does seem noticeable when you're facing him, but I never notice it when I'm using him. So,
It should also have been 100.
yeah, it should have been 100. I don't understand why 70%. So I actually take this one fourth because I don't find it to be that terribly useful, especially since it's random. His third ability, Negative Speed Force, damage to an enemy, apply 50% turn meter down, steal 2 speed ups. If no speed ups on an enemy, gain 2 agility up. And 2 agility up do nothing for you except get you killed by Wonder Girl. Apply 2 speed down. Good ability. Problem is that a lot of times you don't get to use it on the character you want to use it on because there's taunts everywhere.
Taunts.
Yeah. But overall, this is pretty much his bread and butter other than whenever you're using his basic. It does a lot of damage. The turn meter down is extremely useful. I actually take this one last because applying 2 speed down doesn't seem to do a whole heck of a lot. You rely more on the 50% turn meter down.
Yep.
Fourth ability, Time Paradox, only usable with 6 speed ups on Reverse Splash, which is surprisingly easy to get with him, unless you're using Donna Troy. This is where Donna Troy really fails him. Gain 100% True Heal, 7 Strength up, 6 Agility up, purge all speed ups on Reverse Flash. And then the legendary upgrade is use Phase Jab, which is his basic on a random enemy. I take this one second. This is great ability. If you can stack up those speed ups really quick, especially if you're running a team that uses speed ups, he does a ton of damage once he has those 7 strength ups. Which in Siege, I really haven't gotten to use this much at all. Though it has used against me more than I care to admit.
You know, it used to be broken where the AI couldn't actually use this skill.
It does now.
Oh, yeah.
And it's scary.
Yeah.
He walks through that portal and like, oh my god, here comes the AoE, here comes the basic.
Yeah,
God.
he used the basic. With 7 strength up, that AoE does a crap ton of damage to everyone.
Yeah.
It
I'm glad
hurts.
he doesn't. I'm glad his base damage is kind of doo-doo, because once he buffs up with that Time Paradox, he's a nightmare.
I mean, and I wouldn't even say it's that bad. His 3 does decent damage because, like I said, I can kill physicals with it, sometimes one shot. His Nobody Faster passive ability, 41% chance for Reverse Blast to gain 1 speed up at the beginning of each character's turn, and this is where you can stack up for that Time Paradox real quick. And then 50% chance to gain 1 awareness at the beginning of his turn. This one, the awareness, I took this third because the awareness is really useful. The problem is just it doesn't, only 50% of the time, and you don't get to use it that much, but it has saved me more than a couple times during Siege, so I do find it more useful than some of the other abilities.
I don't know. I've just been losing so much in Siege. I'm not even noticing it. I just keep dying.
I've done pretty good this Siege. Not as good as I would have liked, and I really screwed up and then had a bad error one morning that really cost me, but then I have no excuse for the other times I've lost. So, M4, my nemesis. But he pulled a, like that guy did the bear. Oh, I'm not going for World Finest. Don't worry about it.
You know, he really didn't have any intention.
Oh, I know. Then I lost a couple, and he's like, "Well, I'm already in World
No,
Finest."
and not only that, he always spends he's very
Frugal.
Yeah.
It's also very strategic. Like he tries to do top 20 for free. Not for free, but like for a really low cost. So he spends like a certain amount, but he always spends at the beginning. And he was on a really big hot streak, and he was in the lead.
Oh, I know.
So,
I know. I don't want it to be handed to me anyway. So, but now he's my nemesis. That's all.
I don't know what's up with that $10 bill he put out there.
Oh, that was because of Bear. It was the $100 bill, because Bear says that World Finest or Siege, there's no strategy. It's just about paying. But if we're all paying, we all have the same roster.
Oh, no, but you didn't see the very end of the conversation. Bear's like, I'm just trolling you.
Oh,
right?
yeah. And that's what Bear does.
This was like over an hour.
I know. I was watching that chat. I was cracking up during it. All I know is I'm glad I'm not an Android because those people who've been locked out for like the last 2 or 3 days, I would have probably quit the game.
Oh no, no doubt. Three.
Missing
Same.
Siege, the
It's
sales,
3 days
whatever.
of siege. You cannot come back from that.
No.
It's
So
impossible.
that's really bad. It seems like it's not a huge number of people, but we do have one in our alliance, and I'm pretty. It's disturbing that it's taken this long for them to fix.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a few people on iOS that are actually affected, but it's a different bug.
It's weird.
So I don't know what they're doing in the background. I hope it's not raids. Oh, you know what? What if they're like implementing something about raids, right? And it ends up locking everyone out of their game.
Maybe that is the raid. Maybe that's the raid.
Yeah.
You can't play for the whole weekend.
But for those of you people out there, it is being worked on. We've had communication for some people that we know. Right now, there isn't a fix. They're not sure what's causing it, from what I can tell. Obviously, or it will be fixed. So, know they're working on it. Hopefully, this didn't hugely affect you. Maybe you quit the game. Maybe you're saving some money now. Who knows? But yeah,
I would say put in as many tickets as you can.
yeah,
Try and get some gems out of it.
yeah. They really need. I mean, these people need to be like super. They need to give them siege energy for this, because that's the only. If you're participating in siege or competing at all,
like 75.
whatever
siege
you
energy.
however many days you missed, you need to get that. You need to get all the mission siege, the purchase siege, and the other siege for free.
Yeah, totally agree. So what's that, like 40 a
It's
day?
gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot. I don't know how much you get a day, but I
It's
never did the math.
15 times 2. It's 30.
Yeah. All right,
15
guys.
for free, 15 pay.
Let's go ahead and wrap this up so I can get the summer games published tonight.
Cool.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.
Hi, this is Andre for O3. Thank you for listening to WROL Broadcast. If you like the show, please consider becoming a Patreon and earn extra perks by going to patreon.com/WROL Broadcast. Does anybody else want to hum the Flash theme song music whenever they play with the Flash? Like, bum, bum, ba, 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 bum, 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 bum.